Hello, my wonderful children. Today we are starting into our next section all about measurements, and we're starting off strong with customary measurements. Now, customary measurements are the way that we measure things in the good old US of A. All the things we do involve customary measurement. That's feet, miles, inches, cups, all that kind of stuff. Ounces, pounds, tons, all that goodness. So when we think about customary measurements, there are three main categories in which we measure things. We measure things in either length, weight, or capacity. Length, weight, or capacity. Length is obviously how long or how tall something might be. Weight is how much something weighs, and capacity is how much something holds. So we deal with capacity when we're talking about things like cups and pints and quarts and gallons and how much a container can hold. That is capacity. And so when we think about these three different aspects, we want to think about, well, what goes into each of these three different aspects. So let's think about what are some units that we know that measure length. What's a unit you know that measures length? Now, I don't know what answer you've just put. The ones that come to my mind would be inch, or inch, foot, or foot, yard, and mile. Inch, foot, yard, and mile. And each of these get bigger and bigger as things go on. An inch. What's something that's about an inch long? That could be something like a paperclip. A paperclip might be an inch long. What's something that might be a foot long? A foot long would be something like your arm is roughly a foot long. If you were to measure the length of your arm from your elbow to your wrist, that's about a foot. A yard. A yard would be something like, I don't know, the width or like the height of my whiteboarding class. So my whiteboarding class is about a yard tall. And then a mile would be, it'd be from about here to, I don't know, that other little coffee shop up the street from the school. That's about a mile away. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's pretty far. It's a far distance to go a mile. If you run on a track, 4 laps around a track is 1 mile. All right, so that would be length. Weight, what's something that you think of when you think of weight? What's a unit you think of when you think of weight? One that I think of might be ounce. Whoops. Let's stick with green because that's our weight color for some reason. Ounce, which we say as OZ. Pound, which we say as LB. If you can find out why pound is called LB and you write that in as part of our final question of the math video, I will give you bonus points. Pound and ton, which is only 3 letters, so we don't abbreviate it. An ounce would be something like a piece of bread. You pick up a piece of bread, that's about an ounce. A pound would be something like 3 apples. If you were to be holding 3 apples at once, it's about the weight of a pound. And a ton would be like roughly the weight of a buffalo. If you had some kind of buffalo and you just decided to try and pick it up, it would weigh a ton, and you most likely would not be able to pick that up. All right, that is weight. And now, capacity. What are some units that you know of that deal with capacity? Capacity is about how much something can hold. So here we have things like teaspoon, which is TSP. We have tablespoon, which is TBSP. We have fluid ounce. A fluid ounce is different than a weight ounce. A fluid ounce is like a little bit of water. And we call this one a fluid ounce. We have cup, which we do with a C. We have pint. We have quart. And we have gallon, which we say as GAL. So a cup is like a cup of water. A pint would be like a large glass of water. A quart would be, sometimes when you go to the store and you like find some milk, it's either in the gallon one, which is like the normal one, or a quart, which is kind of like the tall, skinny one. So that's the difference in quart and gallon. All right, now, don't take that away from me. Oh, no. What has happened here? There we go. All right, let's talk about how we might see some of these measurements. Let's say I wanted to know how to measure the length of a rug. What unit would I use to measure the length of a rug? Well, I would know I want to go to my length, right? I'm doing the length of something. So I'm going to go to my length units here. Say, which of those would be helpful? Would it be helpful to measure that in inches? I mean, a rug is a lot of inches. That seems like not maybe the best. In miles, if you have a rug that's over a mile long, you should get a different rug. My suggestion would be to measure this in feet. Measure the length of rug in feet. What if I said I want to measure the weight of my squishy octopus? The one that I have in class that turns blue and yellow, so all the faces switch, they're so adorable. What would I use to measure the weight of my octopus toy? Well, I'm going to weight. I'm going to go over here to weight. I'm not going to use tons because that's like equivalent to a buffalo. This weighs nothing like a buffalo. Pounds is even heavy. This is, probably wouldn't weigh this in pounds. This isn't even the weight of one apple. So it's not going to be the weight of 3 apples. So I would use ounces to measure the weight of my octopus toy. All right. What if I said I have a math textbook? And is this more likely to be 3 pounds or 3 ounces? My math textbook. Would this more likely be 3 pounds or 3 ounces? Well, I would imagine it would be closer to pounds and ounces. We're going to call this 3 pounds. I actually don't know the weight of a textbook. I think it might be more than 3 pounds. I mean, it is. I'm lifting it up right now. It's more than 3 pounds. I don't know what it is, but it's closer to 3 pounds than it is 3 ounces. All right. What if I said I have a what do I have? I have in my class, I have a glass jar full of mints. a glass jar full of mints. It's up by like where my calendar is and my quote thing and my little Avengers guys. It's full of mints. Would this be better if I wanted to measure the capacity, how much this can hold, how much holds in there? Would I say that this could probably hold 16 tablespoons or 16 cups? Well, more likely to hold 16 cups than 16 tablespoons. 16 tablespoons would be very, very little amount of water. A tablespoon is like it's like if you were to make a circle with your hands, that's about what a tablespoon is. So it holds much more than 16 little rings of fingers. So I would say this would probably hold 16 cups. Now, there's our introduction to the customary system. We're going to talk some more about estimating customary measurements, length, weight, and capacity tomorrow. But for now, go ahead and have a good rest of your day. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.